Hey guys, JackX83 here. Coming at you today with the deck profile of the deck I ran at Nationals, and I ended up coming first. I ended up winning. This is a trophy that I got. I'll just show you guys. Blood Memphis. I'm selling Blood Memphis if you guys want it. Got the mat. Selling this mat if you guys want it. I got an iPad as well, but I already sold that today. So yeah, that was my prize. I also got the National sleeves, WCQ sleeves. I might be selling those, not sure, but I'll let you guys know if I am, and then you can offer on them if you want. But yeah, so I'm selling the mat and the Blood Memphis. So offer on those if you guys want them, and I'll get back to you. And yeah, so I'm just gonna go through the deck, explain some choices and why I ran some cards. It is actually a bit different than most rabbit decks, so I'll just get started. 3S Rabbit is like, sorry, it's really obvious when you play these cards, of course. 3 Tour Guide, because of obvious reasons. Rescue Rabbit Tour Guide's like amazing, of course. I played 3 Card D. So the reason why I decided to play this card is because basically at pretty much any stage of the game, it's good. Any stage of the game, pretty much. If you open with this card, then you start off ahead. You start off with pluses. You start off with more cards than your opponent. You see more options. You see more plays. You see more defense. You just see more cards than your opponent, which is always a good thing. If you get mid game, you can push yourself ahead with advantage by just drawing this card, playing it. Most people don't want to waste resources on this card because they want to save it for your rabbit or tour guide. But you just summon this card and you see like MST and rabbit, and then you just do that good stuff. And then late game, if you're behind, you can come back. If you're in front, you just get even more in front, and basically just puts your opponent out of the game most of the time. It actually won me my final match because we were both basically on low cards in deck. It was a real stall match. I had like 5 back row. He had a lot of cards in hand. I was up on advantage. I drew Card D, and I knew I had like no monsters left in deck basically. So I summoned it. I just started beating him down with this and Zen mains, and it eventually turned out to be game. So it was pretty funny. Also, I was playing into Zectors. I summoned one, and he veiled it, and I attacked for 800. Whatever. And then next turn he didn't set any monsters or summon any monsters. I summoned another one. He Book of Mooned it. No, he Book of Mooned the first one. Sorry, he Book of Mooned the first one. And then next turn I summoned the second one. And I tried to activate that effect, but he effect veiled, so I just flipped and it kept attacking with 16. And he eventually had to Dark Hole both of them, so, it was a +1 for me, I suppose. It was pretty weird, but that happens. So yeah, Card is a very good card. I suggest you definitely try it out in this deck, and other decks. I also like it in Zectors as well, and I think it should be worth more than $50, which I think is what it's currently going for. But yeah, I really like this card. I think you guys should try it out, and let me know how it goes for you guys, because I like it a lot. 3 Effect Veiler. I don't play macro in the main deck because I think that I was trying it out, and Effect Veiler is just too good first turn. I mean, if you're playing against a mirror match and they rabbit you first turn, they get Lagia, and you have a macro Cosmos, it's really not going to do anything, and it's just really unfortunate. Mirror matches are the kind of matches you want to have the best main deck against. Of course, this deck doesn't have the best matchup against dragons, and Macro Cosmos does help with that, but realistically, you're not always going to open Macro Cosmos, and then after that, if they've already got Fueled Grave, it's not the best card against dragons. It's easy for them to Raikou or Lila, MST. It's good, obviously, but I feel just Veiler is more important. There was also a lot of windups there for some reason, and Veiler really helped against them. Clearly, Veiler's great against insects. It's not much more to say. Just I didn't like the macro rabbit kind of thing. I'd rather just side macro for my bad matchups and stuff, because I feel pretty confident game 2 and 3 when I side in. 3 Sabersaurus and 3 Carbazuls. So 6 vanillas, and then the 1 Sengan. It's 19 monsters. My spells, I played 3 MST. Just to get stuff off and basically get rid of back row. 2 Lance. I only play 2 because I don't play Guaivas, and this card is sort of average without a Guaiva. It's good when you get out Dolka and you want to attack over stuff or you want to protect your Dolka. But I never really lanced my cards for protection, except Card D, of course. I did that a few times actually. It's really good. That's another good play. You know, if you summon their Torrential, you can lance, or if they book a moon, you lance. It's good as. It's a really good play because it wastes one of the defensive cards, and you also get the +1 off Card D, which is good as. But yeah, I hardly ever lance for defense. It's really just an offensive card, and without Guaiba, there's not really a need to play it at 3. And the reason why I don't play Guaiba is because if you don't open like much defense or lance, it's basically just like another normal monster. Because if you think about it, there's a few cards you can attack over, but if you play against heroes, like it's terrible. If you play against Dark Lords, it's terrible. If you play against Chaos Dragons, it's okay. Early game, late game, it's pretty horrific. But early game, it's pretty good. But I just don't think it's really relevant. In the mirror match, it's pretty average. Against the Zectors, it's obviously good, but, I don't think it's a card you need to play. And I really don't like opening, like, Carbazuls, Guaiba, Sabersaurus. It's just, I don't like it. I opened it too much with other normals. But yeah, I played the standard, like, 5 staples. So it's Book of Moon, Pot of Avarice, Heavy Storm, Monsters Reborn, and Dark Hole. All very staple. I played 1 Chalice. I feel like Chalice I would have main 2. Chalice is really good this format. It's a new card of the format, I think, to be fairly honest. I mean, I Chalice so many tour guides. I would have Lagia, and I wouldn't have to negate tour guide with Lagia. I could just Chalice it, and 1400 tour guide does nothing at all. So it's really good. Just negating effects all day, pretty much. Negates Raikou, which is really why I actually mained it, because I can get out Lagia, like, with no fear of Raikou and just Chalice. It's good in the mirror match with Snowmans. So, yeah, and negating Rabbits, negating tour guides, all that stuff. It's just a good card overall. It's also good if you have this in macro up, because they can't Lagia. I mean, they can't Raikou or Lila, so that's good. And then 1 Soul Taker, just to improve the Dragon matchup and mirror match. It's good. I felt like I had a strong Insecta matchup to play Soul Taker. So, strong enough Insecta matchup. So, I just made one of those to make my Dragon matchup better. 2 Soul Warning. 2 Torrential, fairly standard. 2 Bottles, Trap Hole. 2 Deep Prison. I feel like this card's needed in this deck, just against the Dragons mirror match. Like I said, I feel like I had a good enough Insecta matchup. Like I can main cards that will help me against like pretty much every other match but Insectors. So Deep Prison is it's needed in this deck. I main 2 Safe Zone. Basically, my reasoning for playing 2 Safe Zone is, it's, say if you get out a Lagia in the mirror match, basically, and you put a Safe Zone on it, and it's got negates, I would say there's hardly any, game 1, because obviously they're going to sign the Snowman Eaters game 2, but, and if you can't deal with Snowman Eater, it's not as good, but, no, sorry, I'm an idiot, but, no, I'm an idiot, okay. Basically, if you Safe Zone Lagia and has negations, or they don't have an MST, there's really not much they can do. Like, to be fairly honest, if you Snowman, they can't kill the Snowman, which is what I was forgetting before. I'm really tired, long day. But they can't Snowman either Lagia. It's a 2/4 beat stick. They can't ram Lagias and destroy it. They can't, attack over it. Basically, it just stalls. It stalls, lets you draw out your outs. If they random MST for some odd reason, you just kill their monster. Insectors, it's good against, because they pop it, you chain it. So it's another good card in the Insector matchup. Also, if you put this on Dolka against Insectors, there's really not much they can do at all. I mean, there's even less outs than they already have to Dolka. They'll have to draw an MST or heavy, and, it's pretty bleak for them once you put a Safe Zone on Dolka. Also against Chaos Dragon, if you put a Safe Zone on Dolka, it's really hard for them to get past, because if they try to Raikou or Lila it, you can just Dolka negate, and if they draw an MST or heavy that they already haven't milled or used, that's unlucky, but it's going to happen. Sometimes not. But yeah, 2 Safe Zone. I think it's a really good card this format. It worked really well. It actually won me my top 8 match against Gravekeepers, because I had this down, so I knew I had a Torrential down, but I had this, so I was like, okay, I'm kind of safe from Torrential. I had a Zen mains face up, a Lagia. I summoned, he had 2 monsters, and I knew, like, there wasn't a spy in there, so, or whatever. I didn't think there was a recruiter in there as well, either. I summoned Carbazils, he had to be Torrential, I chained Safe Zone on Lagia, and he just scoops. So, yeah. And then Solemn Judgment. Wow, this is being a long video. Might make a part 2, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, extremely standard extra deck. 1 Leviair, 2 Lagia. I had no space for 2 Leviair. 2 Lagia, 3 Dolka. 2 Dolka, sorry. 1 Leviathan, 1 Zen mains, 1 Utopia, 1 Catastar, 1 Miserythm, 1 Tempo, 1 Photon Imperative. This card won me a lot of games. 1 Roach, never brought it out. 1 Gemite Pearl. Someone tried to finish chain this and actually won because he couldn't finish chain it. So that was pretty cool. And then 1 Maestroke. Okay, side deck. Sorry, I haven't got it out of my deck box. My bad. I think there's 1 card missing. No, it's all there. Okay. So I played for the side deck. I played. Okay, it's not in order. But I played 3 Snowmen. So I just 3 Snowmen because I just wanted a good card against a mirror match. It never actually flipped. It never flipped and killed something. So that was really. I played 2 mirror matches over the whole event. Started this in a few times, but it never flipped and killed anything, so that was kind of gay. I can't really say too much on this card, but I probably would have taken out 1. Double Kaiku, won me my top 16 match, game 3. I actually got a game loss in the first round, first game of that match, and I came back and won the next 2 against David Daratan, if you know that guy. He's last year's national champion. Really good player. I sacked him, and I feel kind of bad, but you know, But yeah, Kaiku won the match. 1 Spirit Reaper, because of the mirror match and other decks. It's a really versatile card. 1 second Chalice and 2nd Soul Taker. These cards are really good. I knew that these were good cards. Of course, Soul Taker's been really hyped, and Chalice was really hyped. I don't see how it dropped. It's actually it's still really good in this deck. So I feel like I needed to side both. I was thinking about maining 2 of 1 and then siding the other, but then it just seems like I'd draw 2 Soul Takers against Inzectors and then like 2 Chalice against like Dragons, and I'd be like, oh, that's kind of gay. I played 1 Decree for the final countdown and burn, just specifically for them. 1 Deep Prison for like Dark Worlds, Heroes, Dragons, whatever. Mirror Match. 2 Dust Tornado for Heroes, Gravekeepers. Mirror Match sometimes, depends on if they're like running really heavy traps. 3 Macro, sorry, for like pretty much every macro. Every matchup that Rabbit loses to. Inzectors, not Inzectors, they don't lose to Inzectors, but yeah, Inzectors are, you know, Heroes, Dragons, Dark Worlds, all that stuff. But yeah, basically, just a recap. It was a good event, and I'm definitely playing Rabbits for the next big event, Oceanics, whatever. And yeah, selling the mat, the slit, and the prize card, whatever. PM me on offers. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you hit subscribe, hit the like button, and peace out till next time.